Adding a lot of SEO keywords everywhere on your page might be hurting your rankings. This is actually because there's 4 critical places in your page where you should be adding keywords and you might not be doing it. Most importantly, and a lot of people miss this, before you start even adding keywords, you should know if you should even create that page. So let me show you how to add keywords to your website and which ones to add to actually rank your SEO page. Let's get to it. So here it is, a perfectly optimized SEO blog that has all the keywords you should have in the specific sections. So the main section, of course, is what you see right here, the title. Normal people, non-SEOs call it title, SEOs would think of H1. But why is it called H1? Essentially, in the back end of this beautiful page, it all looks like a code, and that's called HTML code. So the title has an element called H1 in the code. If you want to see how scary it looks, you just have to right click. If you're in Chrome, inspect, and click right here to select a specific section, and there it is, H1 with the code, and then inside is the title. So it's absolutely crucial that you add your target keyword in this title. But what's your target keyword? Essentially, when you create an SEO page, you would probably have a lot of keywords together that are either synonyms and mean the same or mean things that are very similar. And to find these keywords and to cluster them, stay on the video because I'll teach you later. So the target keyword normally is the most popular out of all of these. And by popular, we mean the one with the most volume and the most amount of searches that it has every month by users around the world. So to edit this H1, if you're in WordPress, this works for WordPress or any CMS like Shopify or Wix. You just have to go, in this case, into posts because it's a blog. And then right here, there it is. And then you just have to click and edit it. In WordPress, normally, the main title that you give it here will be the one that will be translated into the H1. So it's as easy as that. You just need to make a title that is inciting to click and that it contains the keyword. There's a lot of people that don't have the native WordPress editor here like this. So it will look maybe like this, Elementor, a page builder. There's many different types of page builders. And to add it, you just need to go to the heading, add it right there. And then you can select right here what is going to be an H1, and then you'll add your title in here. That'll be your H1. But it doesn't end with H1 only. Any other subtitle that you might have will have also an H. If it's a subtitle of H1, it will be H2. If it's a subtitle, you can see it here. This is H2, and this one will be an H3. So what you want to do is that throughout these subtitles, you keep adding your keyword and the different variations of it that is mentioned in the keywords that you have found. Now, something that's really important is that you don't want to just repeat the keyword all the time. So if you think about it, if you just talk about all the topics within your keywords, you are going to use those keywords naturally because this is a subtitle and you need to talk about this. And to talk about this, you do need to put the word foreclosure and so on. So don't obsess too much on actually sprinkling the keywords. But as long as it makes sense English-wise, you can always just either use them naturally or if it fits, sprinkle a few of those keywords in your subtitles. In this case, if you use the native WordPress, you'll probably have like an editor like this that you can type in, and then you can select a piece of text here, and at the moment it's a paragraph, but you can turn it into whichever heading. And if you're in Elementor, as you saw, you will add another subtitle, like maybe you see here, and you see this one is an H2. So you can select up to H6 in this case. The third crucial place to add the keywords is in your SEO title and SEO description. So these two things can be edited by yourself, and you also have to sprinkle keywords in here. So if you're in WordPress, the best way to actually be able to edit this SEO title and description is with Yoast SEO. It will help you with this and many other things. It's just a WordPress plugin. And there's also Rank Math, that's pretty cool. And if you have Shopify or other stuff, probably will give you actually a native way to edit these titles and subtitles. So once you've added the plugin, WordPress sometimes is not very intuitive. So what you actually have to do is to scroll to find it. Sometimes it'll be at the bottom, but sometimes like here is in the top. So you'll see this part here, and right here, SEO title and meta description in this case is where you can edit it, put whatever, and you can see it will edit the title that will appear in Google. If you want to simplify it, you can just add the same title you added as an H1, but normally this one, you have more room to make it a little bit longer, and the longer it is, the more stuff you can add to incite people to keep reading. But the problem is that in the SEO titles, you have less room. In fact, if you make it too long, sometimes Google rewrites the title for you. This is an update that came a few years ago. Everyone was really annoyed because, if you write it, you want that to appear, right? So no, Google will do whatever Google wants. But the best thing to do to decrease the chances of that happening is to make sure that when you write it here, it's not too long. So you can guide yourself on the green line here. If it becomes yellow or red, it means it's too long. And the meta description, the same. And the last place to add keywords that people don't really talk about too much is nowhere near in this page. It's not in here. It's actually in other pages that you have. This page needs to have internal links from other pages in your website. So like I explained in last week's video, if you have a really big website, you can actually internally link from all the blogs that you have with a simple widget that's about related articles or read other articles. So in this widget right here, you just have links to all the blogs in your website. And the good thing is that the title that's picked up from here is the actual H1 of each article. So if I was to go to another blog like here, you will scroll down and there it is. There's an internal link to the other article, but what's important is the anchor text. You can see that because the title is being picked up, the anchor text here of this link, which the anchor text essentially means the text that's over that link. If we talk in HTML language, if we click there, you will see the A attribute, which is a link, then hrefs, that's the link, and then the text inside, that's the anchor text. So if the text inside actually has keywords, Google will understand that this page right here is about this topic right here. So that's where you need to add keywords. The great thing about this is that it's not manual, it's automatic. This is set up so that every time a new article is created in WordPress right here, each article will appear here and populate automatically. But what you can do as well is as you're writing other articles, you can see here, there's an internal link to another page here. You can see best neighborhoods in Dallas, and there it goes. Helpful, we're sending users from here to here. What we're talking about this is about Dallas, so therefore it is relevant to add that link. And as you can see here, the anchor text, best affordable neighborhoods in Dallas, is a target keyword that this page is trying to rank for. So that's where you should add keywords, in the anchor text of internal links of other pages in your website. So you might be saying, okay, that's easy enough, but how did you get these keywords right here? Because placing them is not as difficult, but actually getting them might be. So if you don't have those keywords already, it's not really helpful for you to know where to place them because you need to know how to get them. The great thing is, I'm going to show you in this video, but even better is that I have a tutorial that goes even more in depth than what I'm going to do now. So I'll give you a preview of it. And once you're done with this video, go to watch this one so you'll be able to do it with every keyword you can think of. But it's as simple as this. We're going to change the client so it doesn't get boring. And let's say this is a keyword that's interesting. I don't know if he exists. If he exists, I don't know if he's a target keyword, the one with the most volume. It's just something related to my business. It can be more generic or more specific. And when I look at this, I see competitors that are actually targeting exactly that. It doesn't matter if they don't, but if they do, you've hit the jackpot. And what you want to do is just look into it and see if you see some competitors. And if you do, you just have to grab the link of that competitor and copy it. So you just have to go to this free tool, which the link is in the description and you can get it. And you just have to put the competitor here. But what's crucial, it does it automatically, but sometimes it doesn't, is that you select exact URL and then you can check the traffic. As you can see here, what it's going to do is check the SEO data of that specific page, like the traffic, where the traffic is coming from, but most importantly, the top keywords that is ranking for. And you can see that maybe I have hit the jackpot by searching exactly is an origin hard to learn. And that seems to be like a keyword that this page is targeting and succeeding in ranking and is also the most searched. So definitely jackpot. But if it's not, it's fine. I actually don't even want you to look at this. I just want you to grab all these keywords right here and copy them. You can just paste them in the sheets and you're good to go. But importantly, don't do it with one competitor. You actually want to do it with as many competitors as possible. What you want to try to do is to select only the ones that seem to be targeting the keyword. For example, this one is exactly targeting it, but this one is not really, right? It's about another topic. If you grab it, it won't be the end of the world. You'll see later why. But if you can do this step now, the data you'll get later will be of a higher quality. Once you're done with that, you want to copy all the keywords that you have selected from here and you got them from that free tool in this other free tool that is in the description as well. And I want you to put English, the target keyword, the target country you're trying to rank for. If it's an English-speaking country, it will be United States. And I want you to put 3 here, not 2. 3, really important. What this tool is going to do is search each of the keywords you've added in the tool in Google and identify the top ranking competitors. So let's say we had the keyword, when do feet stop growing and when do men feet stop growing? Extremely similar, but many times that variable of gender, men, makes it so you have to create another page, or maybe not. How can we know? Doing this. You can see that the tool has searched the keyword and picked up the top ranking competitors, and you can see there's a huge overlapping. So what does an overlapping mean here? Essentially means that if we look at the top ranking competitor, they've created 1 page only and is ranking for the keyword men and ranking for the keyword that is not men, just no gender. And that's not only it. There's several ones. It's changing rankings a bit, but it's more of the same. This means that these 2 keywords have a high overlapping score, 6 common URLs and 75% similarity, which means that you shouldn't create a page for the men version and 1 page for the non-gender version, but with 1 page targeting both keywords in that page, you can rank for both keywords. 1 page, 2 keywords. What you're seeing here is actually the paid tool that lets you do like 200,000-300,000 keywords all at once, and the link is in the description if you want it. But this is the free one that lets you do up to 200 URLs, which is way more than enough for the way we're doing it now. And once it's done, it will give you a sheets, and you want to go to the clustered sheets. And as you can see, out of all the keywords we've given, you can see that he has put 18 of them inside 1 cluster. These are all the keywords that your competitor was ranking for. And you can see out of all of these, this is the one with the most volume. And that's why the tool has made it the name of the cluster. So a cluster is a page we could create. So is Norwegian hard to learn? That's our page. And we're going to use all these keywords in here to sprinkle and also to add as subtitles. So that is exactly the same thing we did here. All these keywords we found here, and we were able to create that amazing page you see right here. And I added the keywords in those strategic places, and the page went from obviously not existing and not ranking to starting to get rankings of about 800 people a month coming through this page. And obviously, guess what? If we go to the organic keywords, the keywords that this page was ranking for, is Norwegian hard to learn? There it is. Now it's position 3.6, but in the past it used to be position 1. Okay, so that's amazing. We have our list of keywords and we know where to put them. But actually, that is not even enough to rank. You need to do this third thing. What I want you to do is to grab that target keyword that you were looking for. So out of the clusters, the biggest one and the one that you were interested in, and therefore the name of the cluster, like I said, is the most popular keyword in that cluster. So grab that keyword and search it in Google. There they are, the competitors we saw later, but we're gonna do 2 things. First, we want to extract all the questions that Google has given us here. Essentially, this is Google giving us the gold. They have the biggest data set in the world because people search keywords there and they can understand what it is that people want. And they've, in front of us, put all this information to us in questions. But there's only 4, which is not bad, right? But you can actually get more. If you get this little extension here, it might have caught your eye. You might have been like, I don't have that. Don't worry, it's a Chrome extension that's right here and the link is in the description. You just download it, activate it, and you'll see this box. Keep in mind that sometimes it'll be here, sometimes down here. It depends on the Google results, how they look. But all you have to do is go and select 3rd level, and it's actually going to open all of them automatically. I'm not doing anything. And it's actually going to extract the questions and the answers from in here. What's actually hilarious is that this is my client, this is my client, this is my client. You see, it has picked up 3 questions from my client. So you can see it works. I did it and I'm also ranking there. Maybe do another video about that. But actually, if you do what I'm doing here, you'll also just not only rank that page you're ranking for, but actually ranking these FAQ answers. But you can see something is open to download, just download it and then open a sheets and you can see it has extracted all these questions for you. Some of these are relevant, some are not. The good thing is that we're going to be able to filter the ones that are not manually with an AI prompt. But before that, you also want the competitors' content. So all you have to do, instead of copy pasting each competitor one by one, you can just get that Chrome extension that you see right here. It's in the description as well. And the cool thing is that you'll see it right here. And when you search a keyword, you just press it. It seems like nothing happened. And you've copied all the competitors' links. So if we were to go here, you would see, let me paste, boom, there they are. The top 10 results or top 20, and the competitors will be right there. So you want to grab just the links themselves. And then you want to go to my sheets that if you go to my link in the description, the one about the free templates, you'll get this template as well as many others. So you want this template because it has some magic formulas. So you will paste the competitors' links up here, and there's a formula here that is going to extract the H1, H2, and H3. Essentially, all the content, in this case, the subtitles, from this competitor. And this is what we want to make our page better. In the past, before ChatGPT, with all of this, I used to literally pick what's relevant, what's not, then the same for the questions, and then the same for the competitors. I would be like, okay, this is relevant, this is, and then I will try to make a content research to send this to the writer to write. The great thing is, and this was a big game changer for me, it allowed me to have so many more clients than in the past. It's a super prompt, 16 page, you saw that 16-page prompt, okay, that is divided into separate sections that will allow you to go from the data that's in here to what you see here automatically. And the great thing is that I did a full tutorial for it right here as well, and you'll see the link right now there, or it's in the description as well. So after you finish this video, go and check this out, because in it, I will teach you how to actually use the prompt and set it up completely. You'll probably get something that looks a little bit like this. And from this point onwards, I call it the most complete content research in the world that is not actually writing it yourself, because you can see you have now all the subtitles, the keywords in the H1 right there, subtitles are here, and so on. And again, we're not only sprinkling keywords, we're actually writing content. All these are specific things about the topic of is Norwegian hard to learn, but instead of just focusing on is Norwegian hard to learn and that's it, we're going more in depth and providing more value. And in this bullet point, you're telling the writer what it is that you want in here. I let the writers write this plus whatever they might find in their research. So the video started on how to place keywords, but like always in SEO, I don't want to just end there, because a lot of people I know watch these videos. They might need help with everything as an overview. So I teach how to put keywords, and then how to find them, and then how to make a page with all these keywords that is SEO optimized. So now is your turn. Let's go.